Hey everyone, TimaeuSS, welcome to another Etheria Restart video, and today we finally will reveal the winners of the Inferno Extravaganza. Remember the event that we held looking at all of these wonderful teams that a lot of players are using, free-to-play, no light or darkness SSRs, and yeah, you can see the first buy bonus is still there. Well, we have the winners here posted, and thank you to all of you guys that have submitted your runs, and of course you have been already contacted via email, so make sure you check that out for your prize winnings, $150 each. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look. Now this link to the document or to the public Google Sheet will be available in the description as well as in the comments, so you can check it out. They have all of their YouTube video links as well, on top of, you know, which boss it is, what category it is, their levels, the server, average clear time, and most importantly, take a look at the teams. We do get a very nice variety across DokiDoki, Aurora, and Terramaton, and the focus of this was, of course, to find teams that didn't rely on Shadow Sonya or Lily, and let some of the other unseen stars shine. For example, we see Rin the Unbowed here, which is absolutely insane, and also no dots but pure damage is the way to go, or you can still use Fangus. So yes, we'll see some of the example runs and say essentially going over how it's being recorded, and most importantly, make sure you check out the links to go through their stats, because every single run will have their initial success rate. You can see here we're starting off with the barcode video, 100% free to play and full Inferno Doki 5 minute average, no light and darkness SSR. So this is his barcode, well-known content creator, his DokiDoki team. So that was 5 out of 5 success, and then he's just running again with the single run to show the stats, which of course that was the criteria for the submission. So you can see here, this is a very interesting team using N41 as well. So yeah, on the basically a speed set with a Freya tanky build, and we've seen this run before because this was the legendary grade, right, as you guys know, and using Claws on top of that and Celine's to apply that passive disable, which counts as a CC, by the way. So this is a pretty low requirement. You can see Celine's is not any crazy gear, but you do have to get your DPS grade up, but hey, it's great, right? So yeah, this is, you know, one of my favorite DokiDoki runs out of this contest, and huge shout outs once again. You can see the targeting priorities here as well on the full auto setting. So this is great, and once again, it's going to be available in the Google Sheet, which is going to be in the description. You can just check out how it works, and then make sure you understand the stat line as well as the thought process behind it. See, everyone is fast enough to essentially post buff with the Freya push to allow to cut, and then Gray is going to go, and let's see that AoE damage, not bad at all. But you know, if you had a Shada or Yeli or Real, you're gonna do much more than that, right? So yeah, this is a very fantastic team. I've got one more DokiDoki team show, again, one from a content creator, Sean. Excellent work showing off Obo here, which is absolutely crazy, right? Obo is gonna be putting in decent work, and we've got Tsuki. He's just explaining how the run works as well, essentially pushing up your core member in, for example, the Rosa, which then will be using the AoE to yeah, essentially pick off these enemies. So this is a Rosa angle as well, in comparison to something like for example the Shada angle that we all know about. So this is excellent work, and we see this once again. In this time it's going to be on full auto clearing this. So again, check out his video. He goes through everything. Now the juicy part is moving down, because there's lots of DokiDoki teams, and mostly people are farming DokiDoki, so it's completely understandable. But going into the Aurora and the Terramatons, you can see that Aurora, we do have some no light and darkness SSRs or free to play team comps, and I've got one loaded up that I absolutely love, and this is from a completely free to play player. Look, first buy bonus still available, and that was 5 wins, 0 losses, 3-minute 42 average, and he's just gonna drop in from Pimon, going into Aurora one more time and taking a look at the run and the auto settings alongside the stats, so we will get to see. So this is a very interesting team running the Jada Kaichi, the guard combo with Yang. Now Yang, if you don't have Beyontin, this is kind of your go-to, and the crit buff, attack buff from Yang is actually really good, but the star is going to be, of course, that Viper, as well as Ling Lo putting in a lot of work. But Catch the Guard, of course, is there, and you see there's only, I think, 2 or 1 of the 333 Inferno shells. For the rest, it's pretty self-explanatory. You've got the Linglo Hio. Oh, why is the quality so bad? Okay, 720p is the best, but yes, we know the stat line at least. So Catch the Guard is going to buff everything, and because it's going to be great success, you can see that the buffs are extended for the Catch the Guard. And you can see stripping with didn't land the attack down in this scenario, but look at that shatter damage post crit rate as well as attack buff, and the rest is just going to be essentially cleaning house. Make sure your team stays alive while this is happening, and look at how big that shield is from the artisan, right? So very interesting team, and the one that you know what, offers some other offensive combos, no Bionte, no Dina, and that's great as well. You can see that for Auroras, there's other, you know, one-shot teams with the Diddings, super fast ones. There's 45-second, right, Didding, Viper, Ling, Dina, and Bionte. So yeah, you can mix and match, take a look at your teams, and make sure that you essentially fit one DPS, one support, you know, CCV needs for DokiDoki to fit that in. And I'm going to leave you guys with the last team, which is Terramaton, from one of the other players that submitted this. This is not in English, by the way, but wonderfully done by Keeter, who has essentially uploaded quite a few interesting runs. So this is 10 runs, 9 success, 4 runs, and that is 3 minutes average. And let's take a look at what he is cooking. So we get to see that this is going to be a Mia Rahu Didding team. So going over kind of the supporting cast, and look at the stats, right? They are not anything insane. I've got some really crazy gear, but as long as you 6-story characters, get them to level 50, and have even the 3-3, not even the 333s, you can do this. So let's take a look at this Terramaton. I still use dot on Terramaton, right? But you can see this is a law of silence one, so it avoids the enemy from going on the Didding right off the bat. Look at that damage. Rahu, of course, gets brought low enough to instantly trigger that Valerian passive, and we're going to start off with the Rahu AoE. The damage is not that much, as you can see, but the Mia coming in clutch, dispelling in essence that debuff, and then the HP equalizer. Very nice. And we are actually going to take out, oh, I thought we were going to take out the sidearm because the passive went on, but no, we are just focused on the main boss. And it seems like this is going to be a tank down comp. You've got the thick shield from Valerian, you've got the super thick shield from Rahu. And yeah, it looks like the team is just going to survive because the defense buff that is up, and Catch the Guard once again extending that even further, right? So Mia is going to be shielding the rest and healing as well. So this is a very interesting tank down comp. It is slower than your usual one, but it seems to be super safe, as that we are not even breaking any of the shields coming out from the rest of the team. So this is great. And once again, Mia and Kachi, look at that, working in tandem, extending that shield, extending that buff. That is absolutely crazy. One on Gigabyte and one on, of course, the Jackal. And because both will be able to extend the buff, you are just seeing that buff. For example, the crit rate buff, now 3 turns on the Didding, and the Law of Silence buff also being extended in that regard. That is a very interesting mechanic as well. There's even not a single defense down except from the Rahu follow-up attack that had, obviously, I don't think has applied just yet. So this is a really super slow turtle-ish build that we saw in the early days of Etheria restart, I think, as we're trying to push Inferno stages. But hey, it works. It works, and it's fine. Look at that. Finally, the defense down gets applied. And, of course, Valerian is just getting beaten live. But here we go. More defense extension and now HP equalizing. And we are, once again, fine. Of course, Catch the Guard extending this even more. So, yeah, very interesting tank down comp. I love it. And hopefully we get even more of these amazing submissions for the upcoming, potentially, Inferno shells, right? Because we've had, you know, the Inferno DokiDokis, Aurora, as well as Terramaton, but we never had one for shells. Rango, I think, is going to be one that people definitely want to see. And if you do, let me know in the comments below, and yeah, hopefully we'll get to host another one similar to this, and this time for Inferno shells. Anyhow, thank you once again for watching this video, and it's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And goodbye now.